Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Salesforce Musketeer. In today's video, we are going to learn few topics in Service Cloud. Those topics are knowledge and live chat. So let's get started. Before I start giving you a demo about Salesforce knowledge, let's learn what is Salesforce knowledge and what are the use cases of Salesforce knowledge. Salesforce knowledge is very easy and I've written very less words so that it's easier for you to remember and know what is Salesforce knowledge. It is nothing. Salesforce knowledge base consists of knowledge articles, and knowledge article is a document of information. Just like in a website you see some articles about some information, or in newspaper also you see some articles about something. Similarly, we have a Salesforce contain its own knowledge base where, for example, if you're selling up a product and after the product is sold and somebody wants to know about your product, that how to set it up, if and how much memory it can support, all that information you can put it in a Salesforce knowledge in your knowledge base and share it with your customer. So the example here talks about the same thing which I just said, how to set up a product. For example, you're selling cameras and security cameras, and customer needs to know the information about how to set it up. You just put, for each model you set up your knowledge article, share the information with the customer. Salesforce knowledge is also a knowledge object, just like a standard object we have account. And I will just open this to show you this URL. This article talks about lightning knowledge user access. So in Salesforce you might have some users who will be using those articles to help to support your customer. For example, customer called in and he wanted to know some troubleshooting steps. Then you will the user in Salesforce or a support agent will go through some knowledge articles and see somebody has already shared some article previously, or somebody shared the same problem, and going through those articles he would help the customer to resolve his issues. Those are knowledge users. Now there's another type of users in your Salesforce who will be managing those articles. I would call those subject matter experts who will be writing those articles. Somebody would then validating those articles, and then somebody would be publishing those articles, even deleting and archiving. So for different type of work you need different type of permissions. So we'll go through what Salesforce provide. So I will go and also create a permission set. When I create a permission set, I will show you to create an article, how will you that you need this kind of access, manage article, and to read article you need on a user object you need to select knowledge user, and then on the knowledge object you have to give create and read permission, and then a user permission as manage article. Then they can create articles. And if you want to read and search public article, just allow view knowledge and give read permission. That's it. Now if you want to give them the draft, some user to draft an article, then go to permission set, go to app setting, which I will show you in demo, and give read and edit access to knowledge object. So similarly you have to follow all this. If you want to give an access to somebody to publish an article, then of course manage article you have to check, and even a publish article you have to check, and then give create, read, edit and delete access. Then they can also delete it. For archival, we have an archival archive article setting which you need to enable it, and this I will show you. So just for managing, updating, you manage is must, and for publishing you need publish, or for archive you need archive settings, and then you need full cred settings. And for knowledge user, just a basic setting, you need to allow click that as a knowledge user and give the read permission. That's it. Now let's go to the another slide and see the use cases of knowledge user. So some of the use case for knowledge we have, for example, internal agents, some partners who you are working with, like who are trying to resell your product, or some customers. They all can refer to your knowledge article to resolve things on your own. So basically it's a repository of information relevant to your product that you're selling, so that it's easy for the users to resolve issues on their own. Why do we need this? Because it's the fastest way to resolve issue. rather than they search for your customer support number, call them, and you put them on hold, and then you try to understand them and find it. It's very easy for them to search in your knowledge repository, whether in your website or you have an app where they can log into your app and do search for the article. Then they can resolve it on their own. This is the fastest way. Then this case deflection, there's no need for you them to call you and get the case created, and no manual intervention required by any support agent. So for this is some of the licenses. I'm going to show you that how many licenses Salesforce give by default for the developer edition you have. So company information on a setup can tell you about how many licenses your org holds. Of course, to use knowledge article, you have to buy some licenses. For example, for my this developer org, which is from a Trailhead Playground, I got 2 licenses which I can use. This is a brand new org, so I have not used even a single license, so I'm going to use it for you. And I'm also going to show an example or a use case where Salesforce itself is using its knowledge object or knowledge base. For example, one developer received an error that number of record exceeds limit 200. Then they can just go to Salesforce and go through the articles. If you see, this is one of the articles where they can tell you what is the problem and how you can resolve it. So that's the knowledge article number. So Salesforce itself is a very good example that the product they sell, which is a Salesforce CRM application, for that product, if you face any issue, they have a lot of knowledge articles which you can refer to solve a lot of problems. Now I will go and jump into demo. First, I will show you service setup and how we can enable a knowledge articles in your Salesforce system. So if you see, I do not have a knowledge here right now, and no knowledge setting, nothing. And if I click here, I don't have any knowledge. So what I will first thing I will do here is I will go to service. I'll go from here, sorry, service setup. In this, I will click on knowledge setup here. So it is running a wizard which will help you to resolve it. For example, here it asks you select the name below and give your writer permission to drop some knowledge article. You're using one of 2 licenses, so I'm giving one of the licenses to myself, and I'm going to and I can make myself as a knowledge author, so depending upon what permission I give to myself. Once I select it, will take me to the next screen. Let's wait for it. So it is asking you to correct enter a data category. So whenever the articles are created, you need to assign them a data category group. So right now I'll give some basic. After that, I will also go and explicitly set a data category groups as per I want. So for example, I'm having so I'm working for the company Microsoft. In this company, I have operating systems which I sell Excel sheets, PowerPoints. So I'll say operating system as one of the I'll say Microsoft Office, and here I say Excel, and I can add another category. I can say PowerPoint. I provide support on all these softwares, and I'll click on next. So I will create some articles, but right now I'll just click on finish. And now if I go here, if you see, I am receiving all these things now, which was not there earlier. Even I can go to object manager and I can show you that knowledge is there and it ends with underscore KAV. So I'll go back again to knowledge setting. So this knowledge article contains some basic settings. For example, if you want to allow user to create and edit article from article tab, which is enabled for classic only settings. If you want to activate some validation state fields, then you can do that. Enable lightning knowledge, and you can also set up some allow user to create an article from a case. So sometimes it's useful that they face a new issue and they think that this resolving this particular case may also help future cases, and you have got a lot of information while resolving, so you can create a article out of that case. So you can choose this default article type, and then you have allow user to create an article from a reply. Enable list of cases linked to an article in Salesforce Classic. We can also use this. I will show you this in demo how we can use this. And let's click on even enable thumbs up or down voting for articles. Let's click on save. Article assignment, I will choose myself and click on save. The first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a permission set and set up myself as a knowledge user. As I explained you that I'm going to give myself some right to view some knowledge articles and manage some articles. So what I will do, this is the first step you have to do. You have to create a permission set. Number one step. So first I will go to myself. I think before even creating a permission set, you need to enable a user as a knowledge user. So I'm here, and if you see I'm a knowledge user, so you have to enable those knowledge user if the user is not, if you want to use knowledge. Now another thing I need to do is I will go and create a permission set. Click on new, knowledge article manager system. So once I have this, then I will go to object setting, find for knowledge. So there are two knowledge. I'll choose the first one. This is what you have to choose. And if you want to just create give support users some access to only read knowledge, just give them read, they can only view it. But for managers and subject matter experts, you can give read, create, edit, delete, so that they can publish, archive, all those things. And click on assign contact, and I'll click on save. Now I will go to objects, permission set overview, and go to app permissions. Now this is what I was talking about, along with cred, which we just gave, cred setting, create, read, edit, delete. We have to choose this also, create, edit, assign, publish, delete, and archive Salesforce article. So you give this manage article, and if you just want to allow them to only publish them, then just give publish. And view draft and share internal knowledge article externally, you can do this also. So let me give some access. First thing I choose is manage. This I'm not going to show in demo. To import, manage Salesforce article and publish article, and I think that's it. And I will click on save. Now I got almost a lot of access to create articles, to go through the whole life cycle of articles. So after doing this, I will go to knowledge, and if you see I got all these buttons, and I do not have any archive articles. I have nothing. So I'll just create the first one, first knowledge, and I'll choose Excel sheet not responding when using BI publisher extension. Let's say that, and you can put some questions. BI publisher version 2 used, that is yes, and I click on save. So if I see that this is the knowledge article I have created, and the category. So what's the use of creating knowledge if you do not put it in category, and if you're not able to find the knowledge when you needed it most? So category helps you to find knowledge, relevant knowledge, quickly. So what I do is I'll click on this and I will choose Excel as it's related to Excel. So I'll click on save. So it is now in this category. So that's what category is. So I will, before I go further, I will also show you about knowledge data category first, how we can set that up. Let's go here and use data category. So as we see, we created this Microsoft Excel. I can also create some more. Let me click on here and Microsoft it, and here I choose add sibling, where I will choose Office, uh, Windows, for troubleshooting of it. Now inside Windows I will add child category, like blue screen in the starting on, on start of Windows. So if anybody calls me up and say the moment they start their laptop, the operating system shows that the blue screen, then I will see the article, this one. But I can also go and create some another sibling, which I say that asking for USB device to start Windows, like this. Once we have data category set up, I'll click on save, and when I create a new a knowledge article, let me go and create new one. A new, I'll say operating system, Windows XP, the old operating system, showing blue screen, issue. I click on save, and I can put it in the category, right category. I can choose this one, but it's not necessary you just choose this. You can choose these two also. You can choose in multiple categories also, so that even for this article might be related to this article, might be related to multiple categories. But of course Salesforce comes up with a limitation when you choose data categories. So those limitations are like this: maximum number of data category group and active data category group, 5 categories. Just like we have a Microsoft, we can similarly have we can have another 4 categories. So total 5 categories group we can create with 3 active at a time. Maximum number of categories per category group. So you can create 100 categories, just like we created Windows and we created Office. Those are 2 categories. Or let me show what I create. So we created 1, 2, 3 categories. Similarly, we can create 100 categories like that, and 5 levels in a data category group hierarchy. So from Windows, for example, this is 1, 2, 3 level, and we can go 2 more level further in. So maximum number of data category from data category group assigned to an article. So I selected, if you noticed, I selected in a knowledge 2 categories. So you can select 8 categories like that. So you can read some more into it. So this is what Salesforce says about assigning a data category. Now we will go and publish that article. So let's say this article we want to publish. So I'll go and click on publish this article now. Once you publish, you can just go in knowledge, and you will see that published articles. You will see this is your published article, and if you want to see the one which I was drafting, it's not yet published, so it is sitting over here. So now we have seen data category, how we can create data categories, and we have seen some limitations. We have seen knowledge settings. So record type and page layout is very simple. I'll show you this also. But in the life cycle of article, we have seen how we create article, how we assign data category. You can also add a validate field, which and you can set up some approval process that, for example, one subject matter expertise wrote the article, and then they sent it for approval. Then the manager will see it, and if they see everything is right, the formatting, the English and the content and everything is fine, they will approve it. After that, you can publish it. Now once you publish it, then you have to update, and you can also update and archive or delete. Let's see how it works. So for example, this is the article which we have published. Now I will go and, like, for example, if I publish it again, so this article is already published. Now after that, you see an option of archive and edit as draft. It says that you have, once you edit, it will remain here, but it will not show to the customer unless you publish this. So I just put this, click on save, but this is sitting in our database, but the previous version will be shared unless I click on publish. So I'll publish this. It's been published. Now how will I use this knowledge? We have seen the full cycle, and even if I archive, it will archive, so that's not a problem. We don't want to archive right now. What I want to do is I just want to go to a case where I can use these articles. Once I go to a case, so one way is to use a case. This customer calls you in, you open a case. Let me open a case, and here I will use some knowledge articles, but for that you need to just go and click on edit page. We need to add it to a lightning record page. I will choose knowledge. I will put it over here, and that's it. I click on save, activate, and I close it. I did not click on, go back again and do it. Here, save, this, sign as our default, next, okay, okay, and I go back. So I see knowledge article here. So this knowledge article will start giving you suggestions. Right now you can search through the articles which you did, but it will start giving suggestions when you just your title match with this. Like for example, in this case, if I put the subject line, I put operating system XP issue, and click on save. So if you see, this is a suggested article. This is out of the box feature, which is a very cool feature. You don't have to write code for this. The moment you put the subject, it will show all the relevant articles here. Once I find an article, what I will try to do is I will try to attach this article with a case. So once I click on attach article, the article will be shown in the related list. If you do not see this related list, just go to your case page layout and go to related list and drag your article to your page layout. Then you will start seeing this article. You can also detach this article just by clicking on detach article, and it will be removed. You can attach as many articles as you want. So once you attach this article, it will be shown here. And let's say now you want to send an email to a customer or a contact related to this account, and you want to send an article to a customer so that they can perform the steps as mentioned in article. So what you will do is you will go to article and click on insert article into email, and this article will be coming over here, and you can just simply go and send it. But if you do not see this insert article into email, what you need to do is go to your knowledge and go to communication channel mapping. I've already created one. So this was the record tab I was using. I will just go click on edit, and I'll show you what I did. So in select communication channel, I choose email, and I also choose what I need to show there, title and summary. So this is what is being shown on the email. If you see over here, we got title and the summary. So one, and that's how you set up your insert into insert article into email through communication channel mapping. Now, as we complete our demo on knowledge, so let's move to our next topic. Salesforce Chat is a Salesforce native tool that helps to connect service support agent directly with the customer to chat real time. It's just like the chat which you might have done with in Amazon once you buy a product and then you do a live chat. So similarly, Salesforce Chat is provided by Salesforce, and without any coding, just by few clicks, you can enable it. So for example, I gave an exam for Salesforce where the launch button was not working. So I used a live chat to connect with the support agent and they resolved my issue. So basically it's very quick. So I didn't have to call or find a number, call and connect to an agent. So it's very good for a company because one agent can handle 5 or 10 customers at a time by doing a live chat concurrently. Where on the phone they have to give one undivided attention to one person. So it's very quick and it is a seamless integration where I got my issue resolved very quickly. So it involves three part. One is a customer. So when you are buying a product and after that you are talking to an agent, then you are a customer. An agent is a person who is resolving your issue. And third is the omni channel, which helps to find the right agent for you, because company could be very big just like Microsoft. So each agent is has a special skill. For example, one agent has a well versed with Excel tool, another one is with operating system. So depending on which product you have issue on, so it will connect you with the right agent. So let's quickly go to a um, uh, go to Salesforce and see how we can enable it. So you go to a service setup by clicking on here and just click on service setup and click on view all. After this you click with chat with customers and this wizard will open up. So I will choose my YouTube name, Salesforce Musketeer. So I will give this choose myself. So my org has 2 licenses. I'm giving one of the licenses to myself and create a routing configuration for Musketeer. So let's see, priority 1 and case number is work item size. So one case is treated as one. An agent can handle 10 live chats. So this is configurable. You can set it for your company. Now what is the website URL where you are intent to use this live chat? So I'll say I'll be using it in my website nikhilmanar.salesforcemusketeer.com. I'll just go here and I'll give my website name here, copy, I'll paste it. So this looks cool, and I'll click on service cloud, chat with cases and contacts, not with leads, and offline support I can do it later, and it's finishing it up. I'll just get copy this code and click on next, and let's go there and see what are the other things. So just remember, once you enable it, you can go to setup and go to write embedded service deployment. So you will reach out here. You can also edit branding. So for example, your live chat looks like this, like right now. I'll say give it a red color, nice, and you are here to green, and let's see, this is how it will look. Click on finish. Once you finish, the code will automatically be updated. Click on this, copy your code, and now I go to my website. I log in as admin. I'm logged in as admin. Now I will just go add a code snippet. So I already have one code snippet here, which I'll just edit this and replace it with my new code and click on update. Let's see how it looks. I will log out first. I log in. Now I go to salesforcemusketeer.com and see it has started coming in. So I can click on it and I provide my name. Start chat. Remember, it's SDF. Now agent is on the way because nobody is online. So what I'll do is I'll go to Resource Panda. Here I will choose I will choose service. In service console, I will click on this omni channel and I will accept this. Once I accept it, so it will be over here, and now I will start to chat from here on this side. Hey, how are you? And once I did it, see, I have received it and I can respond it back from here. I'm good, thanks for responding. So very cool feature. With just few clicks I'm able to enable this live chat, web chat. And if you can see, you can also, let me go back there, and the service deployments, from here, and I click on view. Now as I showed you, you can do some branding over here, as well as suppose for example I need to get a you know give another branding, additional branding, where I need to give logos and all. So I will just go here and I will give a logo over here, but for that I need to first add it in my static resource. So I'll just go and add it in my static resources, link to tab, and I will add my Salesforce Musketeer logo, Musketeer logo, and I will choose a file. I choose my logo over here and I click on open and I make it public and save it. Once I have my logo, I'll just copy this URL, view file, and copy it, and I will paste it in my additional branding. See, where is it? So I'll go additional branding here and I will in my logo over here. Similarly, you can choose avatar, and you can choose other things like a pre-chat background, but on this exercise I'll just choose my logo and click on finish. So after that I will go and get the code back. View that code, copy this, and I will go to my other website. So in this website I will again go to code snippet and I'll go edit. Here I will update my code back, click on update. Once I update it, I will just log out again and see if that works. In my code I can see the logo has started coming in. So if you put any avatar logo, then instead of n, then it will coming. Similarly, you can add it in a static resource and add a URL there, then your avatar logo will come in. Now let's move to another part of demo where I will show how we can pull information of customer. We can even say a contact gets created the moment they fill up the form. So let's see how we can do this part. So to pull up the customer information or create a case or a contact, what we can do here is we can go to our embedded service here and click on chat setting. If you have already noticed that I have a pre-chat enabled, which means generally it's disabled, but if it is disabled you can enable it so that you can capture customer information before they start chatting. So for example, I click on edit here and click on next, and on my chat window I want to capture their name, but most important for me is to capture their phone number. So I click on add and let me make it required. Without that they cannot start chatting. And I can also say case subject also they need to do it. I can similarly add product information like let's see product, but then I will get to know which product they are calling for, or sorry, chatting for. And I can click on product and I will click on save. Once you click on save, then all you need to do is get the code again uh, I'll click on here and view, and this one get code. I copy the code and I'll go to my website. So on my website I will just go and add this snippet and click on update. Now let's see how it reflects. So now I've embedded my pre-chat code in my website, so I will just click on this one. So it will open up a pre-chat form for me. Let's see how it works. So once this is open, I can just put my details, demo and phone number, which I selected as a must. So I'll select this. Even I selected this subject as a must, so I will choose here Windows not restarting, and I will, even if I want, I can choose some products, but I have not configured products in my app, and then I'll just click on start. Now on the other side of a Salesforce, I'll just show you how it looks. If you see on the on Salesforce side, you can see before, even if you accept the name of a person, last name, phone number, subject, and the product he chose, you can click on accept. And once you accept this, then you will see that all the information will be shown here. Let me see. So if you see, this window is opened up where I can see the contact details, even I can see the case details with the subject he wrote on his pre-chat form. All the details will be over here, and then I can just start chatting with the customer. Say good morning over here. Please bear with me today, my internet is working a little slow. So the moment my message went through, and I can see it on my website that it is coming over there. If you see, the message which I wrote from our Salesforce has been reached to the customer. Now let's move to the next topic of our live chat, which is offline support form. So it's nothing but when your agents are not available, or when it's the time when you're not a business operating hours, then a form will be shown to on live chat, where they can fill up the form so that a case can be created, and tomorrow or next day when your company operating hour starts, then an agent can reach to the customer. So let's see how offline support form works. So I will go back to again to my embedded service deployment. Here I will click on chat setting, and here I will click on offline support. So click support the enable this. After that, I will say what are the required things. I'll say subject, web email, and it's also choose more details such as um, product even as a priority, and say web phone, and I'll click on finish. So I have to get the code again. What I'll do, I'll just go to embedded service deployment and click on view, and here I will get the code, copy to clipboard, and I will again update this same code on my website. Click on save it, how it looks. First, what I have to do is I have to make myself not available on Salesforce. So for that, here, and make myself offline. Go back. This. Instead of chat with expert, did you see that it got changed to contact us? Now you will click on this and say reaching out for recent bought product. Recently bought product. And some. Oh, sorry, it's an email address. And click on submit. So if you see the case has been submitted, now I'll go to Salesforce to verify that the case has been submitted. Here I go to case, all open cases, and this is the case which got created from our live chat. Now let's move to another topic, which is chat transfer and sneak peek. So chat transfer is when agent is thinks that he's not the right person to help customer anymore. He can transfer in the middle of chat to another agent, and we can also leverage the sneak peek feature provided by Salesforce to see if customer is typing, and before they click on send, we can see what they are typing on. So I will show you on this also. So first thing you need to do in order for you to enable sneak peek as well as transfer chat to another agent, you go to setup, you go to chat agent configuration. Here you will click on new, and here you fill up like demo, let's give here, and sneak peek. This is what we wanted. We wanted to enable sneak peek, and let's configure something more. Auto greeting. Hey, how's your day going? Like this, and then I will assign it to myself. System admin profile. I want to associate profile, not just users. I'll do this, as well as I will choose over here chat transfer to agent enabled. Let me click on. So this tells I created one this before which I deactivated, so this is the one I'm using right now. That's what I'm going to select. Save. So after enabling this sneak peek, even if the user is typing and just write, can you give a new product or something, anything he writes, before he even clicks on send, on Salesforce side we can see it what he's writing. Let me show you on Salesforce. So if you see on Salesforce you can just see this is sneak peek, so you are able to see what he's writing, and if you even if you change this, it will be changed over there. Let's see if I just write anything else. Let's see how it works there. So if you notice my screen, that on this screen I was writing this EHY, and on the other screen I can see what user was typing. So it's just a sneak feature of sneak peek. So another thing I want to show is where we enable this transfer. So you can click on it and transfer this chat to another agent if you want. So the moment I click on it, I received a message, can't transfer that because no other agents are available. So I have to give my license to another agent and make it available. Then it will show the list of agents available. I don't have CRM licenses left to assign it to somebody else, so I cannot have another chat user. But if you have another chat user, you can simply go here, and this will tell you it will open a pop-up where you can assign it to another person. Now I will tell you about our last topic, which is as per my PPT. This you have to explore on your own, how you can block visitor if somebody is spamming you, and if you decline a chat, then you can give a reason why you're declining it. But in this video I'll show you how to set up a quick text. So in quick test you send, for example, if somebody bought a product Excel and you always have a bunch of questions uh, that you need to ask about product, then you can set up in a quick test, which will save your time, that you don't have to type every time for each customer. So what I can do here is, there are two ways I can set up that. One is I can go here and here I'll say quick text setting. First I have to see if it is enabled. So it is enabled over here. Now what I can do here is I can simply go to app launcher and click on quick text. Here I've created already one. You can also create another one. That, for example, if somebody is buying operating system basic questions, so you can choose anything, any field. Like for example, I choose contact and name. Third, hi, can you tell me about the version of operating system, date of purchase, receipt number, something like that. And you can put it in the category of your choice. Let me just keep it in this, and I want it to be available for chat and email as well. So I can click on save. Now what I will do here is I'll go to my chat. I click on, let me just log in back here. So I've initiated a new chat through my on my website. So what I will do here is I will, let's say, so now these are the quick text coming. So this is the one which we set up. The moment I selected, you see it is coming over here, and I just send it over. So let's see how it looks at customer end. So if you see over here on customer website, so customer will see it like this and he can respond it. That we come to an end of our video. You can explore, there are more settings in chat which you can explore by yourself. So thank you everyone.